In this lesson, my students are working on just your basic pinch pot. And what we're going to do is we're going to use pinch pots to make clay animals. And some samples are an elephant. We can put two pinch pots together and make a crazy cat. Two pinch pots together in the middle, we could do a pig, cute little pig. We could stand our pinch pots up and do kind of a bird, crazy bird. One pinch pot, we can do a type of fish, tropical fish. So the students can have fun researching the different animals, trying to find something that they'd like to make, and it all follows the basic rule. You're going to start off with a piece of clay and you want to make your pinch pot. I usually tell my students just to tap the edges. Makes it easier for them to start rolling it and take it and think about making a snowball and rolling it with their palm of their hand until they have a ball to make their pinch pot. Okay, so once we have our ball and it's looking good, then we can start. Now, students often when they have the tools, they want to dig out their pinch pot. Not allowed. We don't do that. We only need our thumb to make our pinch pot, and we push our thumb in and our fingers are on the outside, and we start squeezing all the way around. And we keep squeezing it until we have our pot made. We can tap the edge there if we want to put two of these together. Makes a smoother spot. Okay, so that's the basic pinch pot that's going to make all of our animals. Okay, so I've got some made here already. If I want to do an elephant or a pig, I take my pinch pots and I'm going to put them together to make one large hollow shape. So to do that, my students, we need to learn about slipping and scoring it. So I'm going to scratch it. Tell my students we scratch it so that it won't fall apart. We think about smooth surfaces, and if we have two smooth surfaces, a smooth surface might slip off. If we scratch it, it creates more friction and it should hold together better. Then we have our slip, our wet clay. Water works as well, and we're going to brush on our slip. Brush on our slip. So we've slipped and scored it, and we're going to place our two pinch pots together. Okay? Once we have that placed together, we need to do a key thing called blending. And we take a tool and we're going to pull the clay from one side to the other so that we don't see that seam anymore. And that clay pulling across it will hold our two pinch pots together. Now once we have this basic shape of our two pinch pots together, we can really make a number of animals. We just need to use our imagination. We need to add the eyes, the nose, the ears, the legs, maybe a tail, and we can come up with a lot of different ideas. This little guy, little Hippo, is two tiny pinch pots that have been blended together in the middle, and then one pinch pot that has been cut open for the mouth, and he makes a cute little hippo. So you really just have to be creative. The key is, for my students, once again, when you're adding any kind of clay onto it, so if I'm going to put on an ear here, I'm going to shape my ear, and I'm going to put my ear on here. I always have to remember I've got to slip it and score it. That's not going to be enough. I've got to get my tool and I've got to blend those edges. So be creative. A pinch pot can make a number of items. Remember, they don't have to go together to make a shape like that. They can be stacked, one on the bottom, one on the top. They can simply be an open pinch pot like this. And again, have your students just Google clay pinch pots, and there's all kinds of wonderful ideas out there, and your students will enjoy it and have fun with it. Great.